All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brandman, Brandon, Brian, the Grizzly. Switch them. But what is up? I always do it when I'm down here. I always flip you guys. What is up? We are talking Reacher season 3, the second half, and the whole season. As a whole. Yeah, we got the big finale fight scene that we were expecting. We got the Paulie fight scene, which we will definitely talk about that. And then we get the conclusion of him versus Quinn. Him and Duffy. What's going to go on? That is Reacher finally going to get tied down. And
Who
then
thought that?
yeah, right. Exactly. But we'll start with Brandman. What you think about the whole season 3 Reacher?
Actually, this might have been my favorite season so far. I liked how it jumped right into it. At this point, we know what to expect out of the character. I think Alan Ritchson just embodies the character through and through. Pacing wise, I think it was, like I said, probably my favorite season in terms of pacing as well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the new additions, particularly Anthony Michael Hall, he was a standout for me. With his character, the character of Paulie, straight out of the book. The final episode and that final battle, that final fight was absolutely badass. And I think props to this show for going like mostly pretty much practical with everything. I like how it's just that right the whole show is just that right amount of kind of it's got like a sense of camp to it, but I think it's just right. Because the books are pretty pulpy and campy. So I think they're doing it right. And they've gotten a pretty good handle on the formula, and they're doing what works. So I'd watch as many seasons as they make of this show. I'm excited. Season 4 is about to start filming pretty soon, and I'm really just curious to see what book they base it on. Because I read
How many books are there?
There's like 28. There's almost 30 of them.
So they got a lot to pick from.
They have a lot to pick from. Curious to see which one they base it on. A lot of those books got me through COVID lockdown.
Very nice. Mm-hmm. What are you, Brian? What do you think about the season?
I'm still not sure if I like season 1 or season 3 more. I like both of them. Like I know I do, but I'm not sure which one I love the most. I thought this was entertaining. It was probably more action in this one, and the fighting was great, and he was more relatable in season 3. But season 1, the introduction, the family aspect, the understanding who he was, I think I like that more. But this one, I mean, especially the end, that fight was amazing. The kid was a little annoying. The father was a little annoying, but whatever, So, but I was glad Quinn got his come Upton's. I always love Neagley. Anytime Neagley's in there, I'm all about it. I'm all about her always. So I mean, those are just it's a fun experience to watch the season. So and Quinn, she was trying to let him down early. Duffy let him down. Pretty the way he was going to let her down, but he didn't even get it out. So that was fun.
I had a feeling that actress was an English actress for whatever reason when I heard
because her accent was so bad.
Yeah.
Over the top, like
it was very over the top. A little
it's what a
Boston
person would pretend to be a Boston person kind of thing.
Exactly.
It reminded me of like the super fans, the Chicago thing. It's like, oh, this is how a Chicago person pretends to talk like a Chicago person. Like that's what what kind of was. It was
100%. I agree.
For me, this one was the best season. As much as I love season 1, this one started off with like shoot first and ask questions later. Like that's exactly how the season, like because it had the first episode was just like literally bang, 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 and then they start to give you the backstory and what's really going on, and then it kind of all started to flow very well. The pacing was done very, very well. I thought the action was good. Alan is really getting comfortable, I think, as this Reacher
He is
character. Like
yeah.
first season, you could tell like he's like, I don't say trying to figure out like how far can I take it, like how like kind of like over the top goofy can I be, then by now season 3 he's like, oh okay, I could be this character, that's very like he understands who this character kind of is and how he acts, and and whenever they do a backstory like they did the backstory this season with his first version of Niggly, what was her name? Yeah, but she even said like the first protege before her, because even when she came out, she's like, oh, I can't remember her name though. But yeah, so that was such a good impactful one. Seeing Reacher emotional, is not.
Her name is Dominique. That's why
Dominique was that.
I know that's
what
from
he
the
said.
line.
Yeah, her name was Dominique. Yeah, she was a great actress. I wish we got more of her because she was pretty cool.
Yeah, really made her brief appearance count.
Yeah, but it also to prove like to Reacher, it's like he thinks so far ahead where he's like she's like, oh let's go celebrate, let's go get a drink, and he's like, as much as I want to, and that would be fun. He understands. He goes, you're a woman and I'm a man. People are gonna see us going out hanging out, and they're gonna look at it, and I don't want that to affect you. He didn't even say me. He goes, I don't want it to affect you because you are good, and I want you to be the best you can be. So it was like, he was just Reacher is just a stand-up person when it comes to doing the right thing. You get on his bad side, you might die. But if you're on his good side, he will literally kill for you. Literally. So and as much like Brian, you said like the son was kind of annoying, and he kind of was at times, but I think it proved that like Reacher still cares about people.
Yeah.
Especially people that like can't really defend themselves. Like Reacher kind of comes in and is
that's what they said at the end of them. That's what Neagley said. Yeah,
exactly. So a lot of fun. You guys got any negatives? I know Brian, you said any more negatives for the season.
I don't know. I know you guys are saying it's better than season 1. I thought season 1 was a better story. I think the story, the written part is better in season 1. I thought the whole team aspect was better in season 1. This was not about anyone else but Reacher, and to a certain effect, Duffy. But like it's really just revolving around him. And the season before were more fun because it has more of a whole team, and I enjoyed that more. This was very much just Reacher being Reacher. That's just all we got, period. And I thought it could have been better done, but the acting wise, the fun part of it was good, but I just don't know if it was written as well as the other ones were.
I can see that. That first season, I think, was a better story, for sure. Because they had more like who's really involved, who did it.
Yeah,
it's an introduction. They would start off with like a stronger story to really catch people. This one is like was exactly what you said. It's Reacher going full on Reacher, and it's like him literally just kicking ass. He was killing so many people and cramming them into small spaces and shit.
Yeah,
like
that was
yeah.
Blowing people up, doing it, but it just seemed like it wasn't. I don't know.
The story wasn't as detail oriented as the first season, but I think this season was very more
action. More action, more brutal, but like a very common story. Like it was a very, general storyline. A shady businessman taken over by another bigger shady businessman that has to be, unfortunately, in the crosshair of the Russians are being there. In the crosshairs of someone that Reacher's already been through. Like it's not a great story. So but it's not that it's a bad story. It's just not on the levels of what we got the first one. I thought the first one was just really great in the storyline.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that for sure. For sure.
That's why people say I go back and forth on which one's better.
Yeah. Any negatives, Brandman?
I can definitely understand that about storyline wise. I think more than anything, just kind of like the way that they handled the storyline versus season 1 or 2 really worked for me. I think, like I said, Sonia Cassidy's accent was just really distracting to me at times. Yeah, just really, I think you said it best. It was very cartoony to me. I think that having read the book Persuader, I think they nailed it. So I was pretty happy with it in that regard.
Watching this show, like I do agree with Brian that this was kind of, I feel like it's more run of the mill. Like it's like, hey, we need a Reacher story. This is it. It's like we need a book out right now, and this is kind of what the story you get out. I don't know if that's true or not. Like if multiple books are close to the same beats as this one.
I mean, different stories. I saw an episode of what's the one with Aldous Hodge and
Cross.
No, the one with when the bad guys become good. It's on Prime.
That was hot. Oh, I know what you're talking about though.
I'm just blanking right now. I've seen it every episode, and I'm just blanking right now.
Leverage.
Yeah, Leverage. It was like, I promise you, it was episode Leverage, like with the exact same beats that evolved, like the Russian mob and the shady guy who was taken over by another shady guy, and they had to figure out what was going on, and it was very much to that same aspect. Like I feel like it was just a very general story when the other ones were better stories because it was still introducing a lot of stuff, and once again it was more of a team aspect instead of just one person.
You had better side characters next to Reacher in season 1. Like Duffy was very
bland.
Yeah,
she is pretty one note.
Yeah.
I mean, it was stupid. Like, I'm going to sacrifice everybody else, and I'm going to get all these people killed because I'm going to get my CI out.
Yeah, because I fucked up.
So you're going to kill everybody? Everyone else die?
Yeah. That was an issue I did have with it. It was like, you're trying to save this girl, but in doing so, you brought on this rookie who is so new, and you keep leaving him alone, and then he dies. So it was like, what about him? What about him?
She literally put him in the line of fire.
Yeah. So and then Reacher just puts everyone in the line of fire. So yeah, there wasn't any big twists or big like gotcha moments, I think, in this season. Which is fine. It was a straightforward, like, shoot 'em up kind of big booms and big fights and stuff like that. We got the Paulie fight, like Brandman said, was
the Paulie fight was awesome.
It was epic.
Yeah. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, but I'm smarter.
Yeah. So and he just like gets up and like jumps out, like doesn't he jump out the window and just walks back to the house? Like I think he's like just like like that was right.
Dude, it was so funny though, because like I thought Paulie was dead, right? And all of a sudden he's getting out of the water too. I'm like, both of them still survived? People die, all bodies disintegrate doing this, but not them. They just came out of the water. I'm gonna limp a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like that was it.
Yeah, but we'll get into our review ratings real quick. But Dan said shotguns look small in Reacher or on Reacher. Handguns look like he's holding a kid's gun. Dude's a beast. Yeah, he's a big dude. He's a big dude.
Freaking just built like a he's how they describe him in the books.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a mountain of a dude.
And the fact that Paulie is a bigger mountain by like 14 inches is
decent amount, yeah.
That's stupid. That's
Yeah.
almost impossible.
Yeah, to find somebody like bigger than Alan, you know, and also like a pretty solid actor. I'm not gonna say he's not winning any awards, but for what role he had, I thought he did good as Paulie. You know,
Yeah,
like
he's fine.
you know, yeah. So you know, definitely, I think him and Reacher worked well together. You know, like
Mhm.
it was definitely like the arm wrestle scene was super funny, and all the other scenes they were in together, were good. So yeah. Shout to the dude who played Paulie. Did a solid
Did you
job.
guys also like the fact that it was more of a realistic fight? Like he was getting his ass
Yeah.
whooped. He was
Yeah.
getting worked.
The like I said, the practical aspect of it really helped.
Yeah. Because it's like if they would have made Reacher be more like, oh well, you're bigger and I'm the smaller one, so therefore I have to be more agile and shit like that. But I'm like, that's not who Reacher is. Reacher isn't gonna do like all these like dodges and blocks and counter strikes and shit like that. It's like he's just like Paulie,
Paulie
big
might
brute.
be more, but he might have been just as agile as Reacher was.
Yeah,
like he's
yeah.
all the same.
So yeah, so I liked how they kept true to who Reacher was. Like a dude that punches hard and gets punched, but he is smarter. Hands down, like the dude is like really smart, and I appreciate that
He's a
they do
military
that.
man. He plans his stuff out very well.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely, I appreciate that. But let's get into our ratings for season 3. Now means you got to watch it right now. Later means whenever you get a chance, no big deal, and never means just skip it altogether. Brandman, what you giving Reacher season 3?
Oh, this is definitely a now.
Yeah.
Very, very entertaining. Like I said, I really liked how it hit the ground running in terms of the plot. It throws you right in. It stands on it. I like that each season stands on its own too. You don't necessarily have to watch the season before it. And yeah, I just had a fun time from beginning to end. It's got like an old school action vibe to it in terms of like the practicality of it. Thought it was well acted. Alan Ritchson is really cozy in the role at this point, which just made it even more entertaining. And it left me wanting more. I'm really excited for season 4. Hopefully we get a quick turnaround since it's supposed to start filming in the next couple months. So yeah, this is easily an out. Easily.
Okay. Are you, Brian?
If you're looking for a fun time with crazy action and some of the best escapes, like when he was hanging up and pulled all the stuff out, that was amazing. The idea of the gun coming back into effect, the stuff he did with blowing up the house. If you're looking for that, this is a super now. This is so much fun. Sometimes I feel like it's almost mindless craziness that just at the end of the day, you finish watching, you're just smiling. Isn't that what a movie really or a TV show should do? At the end of the day, after you're done watching it, you should be smiling. You enjoyed your time. That's what this is. That's why it's a now.
Yeah. And I'm giving it a now as well. It's exactly for what both of these guys said. It's an old school kind of action movie or action kind of show. If you like season 1 and season 2, you'll definitely like season 3. It's just it keeps getting better kind of thing. Like it's just he's comfortable as the role. I think the film crew and production and everybody got their groove. They know what to do, know how to do it, and it definitely seems mindless. Blowing up fun, big good guy beats up big bad guy kind of thing, and yeah, it's exactly what I wanted from this. I don't expect to see Alan, Ritchson,
Ritchson.
that buff. Yeah, I don't expect him to see him that buff and him, just sit at a desk, or just like, look at crime scenes and try to figure things out. Like, no, like, he crunches people up and literally sticks them in trunks and in desks and stuff. So yeah, it is uber violent, which is a lot of fun, because it's over the top. It's over the top too at times, with the violence. So yeah, definitely fun, definitely a now. So but yeah, that's our thoughts for season 3 of Reacher. We want to hear from you guys. So if you're watching on replay, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you guys come and join us every Monday and Thursday when we talk about TV, different movies, other nerdy news, and leave your comment down below and let us know what you guys think about Reacher season 3. If you are in the live chat right now, stick around because we're gonna get into your comments right now.